So now let's move to this part of this section of this page, which is gonna be where we're gonna do all of our modifications. So here we have all these numbers and all these circles and colors and everything. But really is, first you need to, there's one here to differentiate about here this square, and also there's 3 squares here. So first one, our primary and wheels. Primary wheels. Second one, curve. And then we have our scopes. Okay, so first we go to primary wheels. First we have 4 wheels: lift, gamma, gain, and offset. Okay, the first wheel, lift, is gonna be anything that is related with our shadows, with our the darkness of our image. Whereas gamma is gonna be the opposite, the luminosity, okay, the gamma, the light. Then we have also gain, which is gonna be our midtones. And then we have offset, which is a mix of all of these. So, as you can see here, we have these circles, and at the center of each circle, we have this sort of little circle, okay, inside. Now, if we take that little circle and we press with our left click, and we just drag to our right, you can see that the image changes already of color, doing this yellow, okay? So you already did your first modification, okay? And as you can see here in our node, now is also in yellow. And then another thing you can see is that here, where we see the number of our clip in this timeline, here, clip number 2, which is the clip number 2, this one I'm modifying, also have the modification, this new modification we've done. So, first thing, what have we changed now? We've changed the darker parts of our image to yellow. And again, in order to reset, we can just, or we go here, remember this icon again, reset all. Okay, we are gonna reset everything of here. So also these other things that we're gonna see later on. Okay, but first let's start with this. So we reset everything, but we can, as we can see here, it also have a reset, okay, and also have other things that we're gonna see then, okay. But first, very generalized, leave darker parts of our image. Therefore, if now I go here, I'm gonna change my dark parts of the image to blue. Here, I'm gonna change the light. So if I go to red, I change the light to red, which, as you can see, is very different than if I do this. Okay, because as you can see, the sky is still pretty much the same. It's really this what changes, because it's darker than the sky. So these are the just a first look at this. So we understand everything that we are touching, that we are modifying, and why, okay? Then the gain, that is gonna be the midtones. As we can see here, a lot of midtones. So it's again different. And offset, which is everything of everyone. This is very exaggerated. It's just that you see how they interact depending on what are you modifying, okay? Another thing we have, because this is only colors, okay, and it's very exaggerated. So what about if I don't want to change the color of my darker parts? I just want them to be darker. Okay, so we go here. You see this, behind these numbers, there's this bar. There is like a wheel too. So we just hold it, hold it, left click and hold it, drag it to the left, and you see that it's even darker. Oh, very dark. Then you drag it to the right, and it's the opposite. And as you can see, while I was doing that too, there is this white overlaying my circle. Then when I'm moving, it's telling me how much I'm moving it. Okay, like here, there's nothing, it's too dark. If I do it more, and also the numbers, if you look at the numbers, also tells you, like if they are in 0, that's without modification. In 2 is a bit of modification. In this case, are brighter, our darker places of the image. And again, reset or reset here. So here, obviously, first we're gonna learn how to analyze our image. And we are gonna use this to help us analyze the image too. And then what I would like this image to be, how I would like to correct it, so here are the things that for me are a bit weak at first sight, I don't see a lot of contrast here between one thing and the other. It's a bit, has this sort of is too white maybe too, so we could change that too. So for example, we're gonna first start with this. We are gonna need to understand the primary wheels first and how to use them. Okay, so let's start also with the nodes. Now, we've seen the nodes before in Fusion. So first thing you need to understand here is that you need to use one node per each color grading that you want to apply to this image.